Hey, I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. I thought today we could make a spooky spider for Halloween. I'm Rose and welcome to my channel. To make the spider, I'm using Chenille Home Slim by Loops and Threads, and this is going to be in the steel gray color. You will also need a crochet hook. I'm using 6.5 millimeters, a pair of scissors, a needle, and then safety eyes. I'm using, I believe these are 15 millimeters, and I got these at Hobby Lobby. And then optional, a stitch marker. And then also to fill it, you will need the Poly-Fil. This is also by Loops and Threads. This is so soft. I think it's the fiber fill, and I got it at Michael's. To start the spider, we're going to make a slip knot and chain 2. And now we're going to work 6 single crochet back into the first stitch. And it just makes it easier than a magic ring to pull in the end with the Chenille. So that's why we're doing it this way and not with a magic ring. But if you like to do it with a magic ring, you could do that also. You would just place 6 single crochets into a magic ring or circle. 6, and then pull tight, and it's pretty tight there. And then we're going to go back into the first stitch. I'm going to actually stick my stitch marker into that stitch so we know where we started. And then for round 2, we're going to place 2 single crochet into each stitch all the way around. So this first stitch is going to be starting round 2. So 2, and then 2 into each stitch all the way around for a total of 12 stitches in all. And then 11, 12, I just kind of count them because sometimes the stitch marker doesn't end right where the stitch marker is. So this is 12 for round 2. For round 3, we're going to have another increased round, and then we're going to place 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and then 2 into the second. One in the third, and 2 in the fourth. And we're going to do this all the way around for a total of 18 stitches. $15, $16, $17, $18. So it's easy just to count them because sometimes, as I said before, the stitch marker is not going to line up at the same spot every time. So that's the end of round 3. Round 4 is another increase round, and we're going to start with 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then 2 into the 3rd, and 1 in the 4th and the 5th stitch, and then 2 into the 6th stitch. And we're going to do this all the way around for a total of 24 stitches in all. This is 20, this is 21, 22, 23, 24. And that's the end of round 4. For round 6, I am going to take my stitch marker and I'm going to switch it. Maybe I got it stuck. Okay. And I'm going to place it in stitch number 30 because you should be coming back to the same place. So for round 6, we're going to place 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way around for a total of 30. And this was actually 29, so 30 would have been the next stitch, but I'm okay with it. And for round 7, we're going to do 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way around again. And 30. And this is what you should have at the end of round 7. At the end of round 7, I'm going to flip my work. And for round 8, we're going to work into this front stitch only, and we're going to yarn over. We're going to make a bobble stitch, and we're going to go into this front stitch only, and we're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2, yarn over, go back through that same front stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, And we'll do it one more time. Yarn over, go through the same front stitch, pull up a loop, go through, pull through 2, and then we'll pull through all 4. So you should have 4 on the hook and pull through all 4. And then chain 1 at the top. And then in this next stitch, we're going to single crochet. And then we'll just pop it out. There. And then we're going to do the same thing into this next stitch. Yarn over, we're going to go through the front stitch only and make a bobble stitch. Pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, through the front stitch only, pull through 2, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and then pull through all 4, and then chain 1. And now we're going to single crochet into the next stitch. All right, for the rest of round 8, we are going to work on the legs. So we have the one after the bobble stitch is a single crochet. And now we're going to start our first leg, and we're going to work into this front stitch, and we're going to make a single crochet. And now we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to yarn over, and we're going to work back into these stitches. We're going to go from the second stitch into the second stitch, and we're going to make a bobble stitch. So we're going to pull up a loop, go through 2, yarn over, back into the same stitch, pull through 2, yarn over, the same stitch again, and pull through 2. Now you should have 4 on your hook, and you're going to pull through all 4, chain 1. And into the stitch right next to it, we're going to make a slip stitch. So, and then we just push out the bobble stitch. Then in the third stitch, we're going to make a bobble stitch again, yarn over, and pull through 2, yarn over, and then pull through 2, and then pull through all 4, and chain 1. And then in the next stitch, you're going to make a slip stitch. And then we'll bobble stitch again into this last stitch, or next to the last stitch. Yarn over, pull, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then pull through all 4, and chain 1, and then into the last stitch, which is your single crochet, we're just going to place a slip stitch again. And that is your first leg. You just pop them all out. And then we're going to single crochet into the next 2 stitches. Sorry, I was just looking to make sure I'm on camera and that it's in focus. And then we'll go through this front stitch again, single crochet, and we're going to do the same thing again. Chain 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yarn over, skip the first stitch, go into the second stitch, and make a bobble stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over again, go through the same stitch, pull through 2, you should have 4 on your hook, and you'll pull through all 4 and chain 1, and then a slip stitch into the next stitch, and then another bobble stitch, slip stitch, and then another bobble stitch, and then pull through all 4, chain 1, and then slip stitch back into that first single crochet. And then I just pop them all out, and then 2 single crochets, and then in this third, and then we're going back into the front stitch only with a single crochet, and then chain 6. Then I'll meet you at the end of this leg. Alright, here we are at the end of leg 3, and then we're going to single crochet into the next 2, and then we're going to make our last leg front stitch only for this side. Alright, and then I will meet you at the end of this last one. And after the 4th leg is done, they should look like this. This one's flipped over. And then we're going to single crochet 5 into the next 5. 3, 4, 5, and when you fold it, it should about line up. So just be careful when you fold it, because when I just did it, looked like it wasn't going to line up, but it should line right up with the next on the legs on the other side. And now we're going to place the next 5 legs, skipping 2 in between. So there will be a leg in this next stitch in the front stitch only, not post, stitch. single crochets, 2, leg, 2 single crochets, another leg, 2 single crochets, and your last leg should end right before this last stitch. So I will meet you at the end of the next set of legs. Alright, and this is the last single crochet, and here are my second set of legs. They all need to kind of be popped out, and then this is what he is starting to look like. We could then add the eyes if we like. So maybe the second or the third row from, I don't know, our bobble stitches. And here he is starting to come to life. I just make sure that these go through, turn off my heater so you don't hear it. Just make sure these don't go through the hole, but actually between the stitches so they stay in, otherwise they fall out. And there, he is starting to come together. Just add these on, and I will take out my stitch marker and then add. Of course, I lost the thing. Here it is. I thought it fell on the floor. Okay. And now we will continue with round 9. Round 9, we're just going to go into these back loops for the bobble stitches, and then we're still going to come up to this first. So I'm starting from that last stitch of round 8, and I'm going to go into the back loop only and make a single crochet. And then I'm actually going to make this a decrease round. And then we're going to decrease every other one. And I'm going to add a decrease here. I'm going to pull up a loop, and then I'm going to find the back loop of this bobble stitch and then bring them both together. If that was too confusing, I apologize. And then we're going to come up to this next stitch and place a single crochet, and then the back stitch of the leg, and then the one single crochet. We're going to do 2 together, pull up a loop, and pull together. One in the next single crochet, and then 2 together, come into the back loop of the leg, and then one of the single crochets up top for 2 together. Sorry, my kids just got home and they had a half day, so now I have to remember where I was, and I think this next single crochet is 1 single crochet into that stitch, and then 2, we're going to go into the back of the leg and pull up a loop, and then into the 1 single crochet and pull up a loop, and then 2 together. and then 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Sorry, the leg got in the way. And then back loop, pull up a loop, and then 1 into the next stitch, and then make that one 2 together. Then 1 single crochet into the next stitch, 2 together, and then 1 into that next stitch. Sorry, I don't know which stitch I'm on, so I just gonna keep going, and then 2 with the back stitch, pull up a loop, and then 1 of the single crochets and 1 single crochet, and then the back loop of the leg, pull up a loop, and then 1 of the single crochets, and then make that 2 together, 1 single crochet, and then the back loop, back stitch, pull up a loop, and 1 of the single crochets, 2 together, 1 single crochet into that 1 single crochet, and then the back stitch, and this is your last 2 together, and then the 1 into the last stitch, and then that will bring us back around. So hopefully, for the most part, it's 2 together with the leg. The leg and the 1 stitch are 2 together, and then 1 single crochet. 2 together, 1 single crochet. And then we're just going to continue that. 1 single crochet, 2 together, and then for the next round. Alright, round 10 is 1 single crochet, 2 together. This is pretty much what we're going to do all the way to the end. Is 1 single crochet and 2 together. I think that's probably about good. And then I will add my Poly-Fil. I feel like that should be about enough. And then I will just continue around until I get all the way to the end. And when it gets about this small, I'm just going to add single crochets around so it fills it in a little bit. Without adding too many gaps. And then I will cut. Hopefully, I feel like this should be up a little bit higher. Hopefully it's not blurry. And then just sew this around. I'm just gonna tuck this one and pull it through another side. and trim that off. Right, here's the spider. He has all his legs that stick out. His eyes, super spooky. Oh my goodness, I love him. This is the other side. This is what he looks like. And I hope you enjoyed making this spooky spider with me today. And until next time, eat, sleep, pray, and crochet. Thank you so much for watching.